Hey everybody, we have to go move sprinklers and we need to plant some marigolds in the community garden. What else? Couple updates with the puppies. So we have been carefully taking care of that little baby girl. She has since passed. And I'm not totally surprised at it. It's common when they stop eating like that. It's just a matter of time, and then they are done. And that's what happened with her. And then a day afterwards, then another puppy passed away. And that was just fluke. Koa obviously lay down on that puppy while she was feeding the other pups because we came in and it was squashed. So that was unfortunate. We never want something like that to happen, but you can't control that all the time. We give her a big space so that she can get around her pups. And if we can't, or if she can't figure that out, what else are we gonna do? Dragging hoses around makes it extra messy because it's just mud. So now we will go get the marigolds and figure out where we can all plant them. Well, hello, lady. She always lays her egg in here. Chicks are doing well. Sheldon went and moved out all the meat birds a couple of days back, and now we have just the laying hens in here. So they will grow up. This is our second batch of meat birds. They're doing well. Did you leave me an egg? Not yet? I interrupted you. I offended her. I took up her time of laying. Bad me. Silly. Oh well. Okay, let's go check on the pups and then we're gonna go plant those marigolds. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Look at this bush here. So we are all full of buds and it is so showy. When I'm walking along this path, I'm seeing these bright blooms. You can see that. Finny, back off. These bright blooms up against the garage. So we still have our arch that we need to build. It's looking good. I'm very happy with how that's worked. We'll see how the pups are doing. Oh, it's getting warm in here. So we have 9 pups left. And they all seem to be doing really well. Nice and chubby. They're definitely getting louder. Cute little guys. They actually get pretty loud in the afternoons, and Sheldon and I are trying to figure out why. We don't fully understand why they get so loud in the afternoons. We suspect maybe they're getting too warm, but we just don't know for sure. So I come in here now at noon and I plug in this fan so that, and it's loud, brace yourself. Oh, apparently it's not. Apparently it's not loud because it's not turned on yet. Oh, we need more water. Maybe the puppies don't like the fan. Now they're being really loud. They were quiet until I turned the fan on. The rhubarb's coming in really well. I've done a little bit of weeding in here. You'll see when I stop. You'll see where I stopped. There we go. Here's another 2 plants hidden in there. There's one and there's one. But slowly but surely. Okay. Feels like there's just always a distraction somewhere. Oh, carrying those pails. I'm not totally used to that. Here. We have not looked at my salad bar in a while. My strawberries are doing okay. They could get more moisture. That is totally my fault. They love to get water every single day, and I have not done that. But they're doing all right. I wish I had a little bit more. That is dill. I'm letting it grow. So that's the strawberries. Here we have some chives, but I've actually planted a bunch of herbs in here, so you can start seeing there are some herbs coming out here. There'd be things like cilantro and oregano and marjoram and those kinds of things all planted in there. So one thing I've had to do with this bed, and it's become pretty common, is I've actually have to put a screen over the top. Otherwise, my bok choy and my spinach never makes it. As soon as there's just a couple of greens out there, there are bugs that come and they just eat it up. So right now it's pretty simple. I've just laid it right over top of the garden box. Eventually we'll have to give it a little bit of lift, and I'll just put hoops in there and then just hang it over. Sorry guys, I just took a look at myself and it looks like I have a rat's nest in the back of my hair. This is what happens. I totally snorted too. This is what happens to my hair when I don't do anything with it and it's been humid for days upon days upon days upon days. It's just so dark or so humid around here, and my thin little spindly hair is actually naturally curly, and so then it gets a little wild. Anyways, sorry, we just had to pause for the programming, and now we'll move on. Which way is better to go? Let's go this way. I need nice paths. There is... This is the thing I love. Look at that, you can look into the greenhouse. This is actually what I absolutely love about my job here. It's not a job, it's a job. I treat it like a job. What I love about this job is that there is just forever something that I can do. There's always something I can improve, all that kind of stuff. It really is fantastic. I'm gonna see if I can drive here and not dump. It's a little bit of a dip. Come on, buddy, let's not dump out. Okay, there we go. So there's always something to do. There's always something to landscape. There's always something to imagine and something to kind of work through. I love that about gardening. Love that, love that. Especially when we have such a big property. It's just never ending. So it looks like I could move the sprinkler I do not always suggest that you water your plants midday. But we're not really getting some intense direct light or sun on it right now. It's really, really hazy out right now, and so the reason why I'm trying to do this and make sure that I get everything watered is because this garden is so new, and it's like, let's just get water on them, keep them going, and then, you know, one day we'll be able to stop watering during the day. And of course, like if it was like hot, I wouldn't do it. It's going to burn all the plants. Usually you want to be watering mornings and evenings, and you want to be very careful about that. You can grow mildew if you're watering unnecessarily in the evenings. And then, yeah, you want to be careful about how late into the mornings you're actually watering. So my plants are not upset about this. It is hazy. And it's just better to get water out on them. You can see the peppers are actually, they're sagging, they're hanging low out there. So we just want to get them hydrated, keep them going. I think this will be one of the last times that I'll actually water during the day. And then I've kind of gotten it in control, and I won't need to continue watering during the day. But this is perfect timing. I can move the sprinkler. And then my plan is to plant marigolds in this area of the garden because we are getting some deer pressure. I haven't seen too many plants that have actually been completely chomped off. Here's one that has been eaten. We got a piece of that one eaten off. But really, like, that is all that I have seen. I have not seen too much, so I can't complain about that. It's good. The lettuce, though, the deer have been enjoying the lettuce. I've learned that if you plant marigolds in amongst your cabbage and your lettuce, it will help with pest control, rabbit control, and it will help with deers. So I don't have a ton of marigolds. I had planted marigolds from seed, and they didn't turn out too well. So I ended up going to buy some plants on a BOGO deal. We will plant those for now. And I'm thinking I'm actually just going to plant them along the outskirts, and hopefully I'll just plant them thick enough that will deter anything from going into the garden. So I'll plant them along this edge here, and then along the edge over there. And we're just going to concentrate on this area for now. And hopefully we're going to have some luck. So let's get this done. Of course, I forgot my hand shovel. And I'm not going to try and dig in this with my fingers, so I have to walk all the way back. So I'm just going to backtrack. Maybe it is my only case. I just ended up dropping it somewhere. I went over a couple of bumps. So that could be... Oh, well, I lost a marigold. We'll take that guy with us. I am not seeing the hand shovel. This is something that I have issues with, you guys. It's quite frustrating because this is not who I used to be. I have been one of those very meticulous human beings. Never understood how somebody could misplace things, forget things. Like, I am not about that kind of stuff. I know where everything is, and if I see something out of place, I make sure to put it in place so that I'll remember. my husband put something out of place. I make sure I remember where it is so that when he asks for it, then I can tell him where it is. I go ahead and get sick, and I can't remember half the stuff. I have lost my keys. I have lost basically everything and anything that has been put into my hands because I just absolutely 100% forget. I was at work one day last month, couldn't find my lunch, couldn't find it anywhere. I am like going through the whole entire staff room. I'm going through the staff kitchen. I'm going back and forth to my office, back to the kitchen, on and on. I can't find it. I cannot find it. Where in the world did it go? Yeah, it's almost a bit embarrassing. So where did it go? One of my coworkers found it sitting outside of the staff washroom. So I had obviously gone to use the washroom and didn't want to bring my lunch bag in there. And so I left it there, walked right past it. And end of the day, I couldn't find it anywhere. And so they found it for me. Oh, look what I found. There's a little nest sitting right here. It's on the ground. And there's a tree branch right above us. It was obviously up in there. Okay, we're planted. So I just wanted to hurry come out and get these 2 rows planted. We're gonna keep moving this sprinkler through the garden. And then, yeah, I actually need to go in and I need to get some work done for my job, the place where I actually get paid. And so we are gonna call it done for today. I thank you so much for joining me. And I want you to remember that you might have some limitations, but that does not mean you're limited. Have a great day.